It was around 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was looking for a car that I wanted to buy. I knew I wanted to buy a car, but wasn't planning to buy one that night, of course. I was just browsing, comparing options, seeing what was out there in the market. So I messaged a few car dealers, just basic inquiries, nothing too serious. And within minutes, one of them replied. And this is not a real person, it's an automated system. What caught me off guard wasn't the speed, it was how normal the conversation felt. I mean, he asked me a few simple questions like what kind of car I was looking to buy, what budget was, how soon I was planning to buy, nothing too serious, really. So I answered while I was still awake and before I went to bed, and the conversation has already been sorted at the time. The interesting thing is, by the time I woke up in the morning, there was an email waiting for me, but this time from a real person. And they already had all the necessary information that they needed, like the kind of car I wanted, what my budget was, how soon I was looking to buy. So we just basically pick things up from there. And by the end of the day, I was already moving forward with this particular dealer. And looking back, that response at 2 a.m. is exactly what set everything in motion. Hi, I'm Olawale. I talk about how businesses use AI and automation in practical ways. Now, a lot of people hear stories like this and immediately say, well, no one should expect a response at 2 a.m. anyway. And technically, that's true, right? No one expects a full conversation in the middle of the night. But that's not the point of all this. What people do expect is some form of acknowledgement when they do reach out, because when someone sends a message late at night, they're not asking for any service at the time. They're probably just capturing a thought. It's a moment of interest, and moments like that don't tend to wait till morning. I mean, in my own case, that dealer didn't sell me anything overnight. They just kept the door open while I was still paying attention. And that's the real value of responding quickly. This doesn't mean closing deals or working longer hours. It's just keeping momentum from disappearing. That's it. That's all. You see, most late night inquiries are very simple. This could just be people checking availability, or people asking about pricing, or people wanting to know what happens next. Those don't need a human awake at 2 o'clock in the morning. They need direction, and when that direction is there immediately, a few things happens. You keep the conversation warm, details don't get lost, and the next interaction starts halfway down the road. Instead of opening your inbox in the morning and trying to work out who is serious and who is not, you're pretty much continuing a conversation that already has a bit of context. And this connects directly to what I talked about in my WhatsApp lead qualification video. When the early part of the conversation it's handled properly, you're not guessing what the intent is later. You already know where things stand, and that's exactly what happened with that car dealer. The system handled the first part, the human picked it up at a later time, and the whole handover felt very natural. In fact, I remember the system said something like, I'll pass on your details and one of my colleagues will get back to you soon. That doesn't sound cold or robotic if you ask me. And this is what a lot of businesses miss, right? The fact that you're being responsive doesn't mean being available 24/7. It means not letting good moments fade away just because they happen outside office hours. If you only reply during the day, you're not doing anything wrong. Trust me, you might just be leaving money on the table. So if this was helpful, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.